A spokesperson for Travis Scott is now claiming that Scott was not at all responsible for what took place during his Astroworld festival. But first, we have some very exciting news for you. Our IO channel is growing, and with your help, we can hit our next big milestone. So make sure you tap that link down in the description below to go see what all the buzz is about. And without any further delay, let's just get right into it. As I just mentioned, a representative for Travis Scott has now apparently said during an interview that the rapper was in no way responsible for the mass casualty event that took place during his Astroworld festival. The performance turned deadly after a crowd surge got out of control, and chaos ensued when medics couldn't safely get people out. The rep also added that despite him claiming no responsibility, he does want to be responsible for the solution. Spokesperson Stephanie Rollins-Blake, a former Baltimore mayor, said to the press, "I mean, this notion that Travis had the ability to stop the concert is ludicrous. They have a 59-page operations plan, and it clearly says the only two people that have the authority to stop the concert were the executive producer and the concert producer." She then goes on to say, "He was not responsible for this, but he wants to be responsible for the solution. And I'm here to make sure that we can connect the dots and to make sure that this tragedy, that there's a lesson out of this tragedy, and something like this doesn't happen again." She also reiterated that Travis had no clue as to what was happening until hours later. Travis Scott defenders also always point to the videos of him stopping the performance to check on concert goers. Rollins-Blake added that even in stopping the performance, Travis could not fully tell what was happening in the crowd. When asked about the grieving families and if there has been some communication between them and Travis, the representative replied, "Oh, absolutely." She goes on to say, "He's reached out to all of the families. I've reached out to the latest unfortunate victim to let them know that in their time he's there. He's here to help if they want it." And as most of you know, the number of people who lost their lives at this festival has risen to 9 people after news broke that 22-year-old Baharti Shahani had succumbed to her injuries. Fire Chief Samuel Pena, though, gave some pushback to those statements made in defense of Travis Scott and said, "We all have a responsibility. Everybody at that event has a responsibility, starting from the artist on down. At one point, there was an ambulance that was trying to make its way through the crowd, and the artist has, command of that crowd," which is something that I've been pointing to a lot lately in our videos about this. In the video Top 10 Celebrities That Save Fans from Danger, I show multiple artists that were able to stop even bigger crowds than Travis's to help someone in the audience. The artist on stage is the center focus of everyone in that crowd, and much like a conductor in an orchestra, they have the power to control that crowd. However, this representative is not the only person that is standing behind Travis Scott. A lot of his fans are actually split on who to blame for all of this. Kylie Cameron, a 21-year-old student at the University of Iowa who attended the festival, said, "I know he has a history of encouraging fans to get rowdy and stuff at a show, so I went into it knowing that is the culture there." Even with reps and fans defending Travis Scott, it will definitely come down to what the Houston police find in their investigations. But as always, we would love to hear your thoughts on all of this, so don't forget to drop us a comment down below. But for now, I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube, or at least try.